guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Millennial Talk. My name is Josephine.
And my name is Bukunmi.
Nigeria is home to the finest entertainment talent across the African continent. And of course, when it comes to the entertainment business, it is very lucrative and it contributes a great deal to the empowerment and the employment of youth in Nigeria and even across the globe. Of course, you can go into different businesses when it comes to the entertainment sector, such as entertainment law, you have the acting biz, you have showbiz, you have production, you have video direction. There's so many. And did I mention earlier that Nigeria has vast talent when it comes to this sector? Don't you agree, Bukunmi?
Yes, I do agree. And looking at the data, and according to our gross domestic product figures, that GDP figures show that the entertainment sector grew by 1.89% in Q2 2021 from a decline of 0.47% in Q1 2021. That shows a growth quarter on quarter. And according to Statista, it shows that music revenue grew from $26 million in 2014 to $34 million in 2018. And by 2023, the revenue is expected to amount to $44 million. And the statistics from these figures show the enormous opportunities within the value chain of the entertainment business, just as Josephine has mentioned, from writing and those areas that nobody even looks at, even video editing, directing, and all of those areas.
I think right about now, one has added, which is the social media aspect.
Exactly. Social media is also an important tool, to either promote your entertainment business or just get into the entertainment sector. And today we will be discussing the business of entertainment with Obi Asika. Obi Asika is a creative industry entrepreneur. He is also the chairman of Outsource Media, a leading communication and content company that has been involved in the production of several Nigerian reality television programs, such as Big Brother Naija, The Apprentice Africa, 100% Naija, Amstel Motor Box Office, and our dear Nigerian Idol.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it's good to have you here, and we're looking forward to all the many scoops and knowledge we'll be getting from you. To start with the questions, so give us a brief background about yourself, because we know that there's no need for introduction. Give us a brief background about yourself and tell us why you dived into the entertainment industry.
No problem. First of all, thank you for having me. It's always nice to engage ProShare and Web TV. I like the stuff you guys do. I think it's very important that people actually dig in and try to deconstruct what's happening in these industries. My background is law. I studied law. I went to law school. I worked in the oil industry. I worked in banking, in finance, and infrastructure. But my passion is entertainment. Sports is probably my first passion, followed by music and television and live. And I'm blessed to have done everything.
Wow.
So I ran Nigeria 99, the Under-20 World Cup. We produced most of the biggest events that have happened in this country, the biggest reality shows. I brought Big Brother Nigeria to Nigeria in 2005. We do all the biggest music. As you can see now, Nigerian music is dominating the continent, infiltrating the world. Nigerians think we're not dominant yet. We're only like 1% of the global music industry. So we still have a way to go, but clearly we are relevant. And that, for me, is the journey. Because when we started, we were totally irrelevant.
True.
And I'm not talking about Fela Kuti and the traditional guys, because they were always relevant, but they're niche. They're very different from what is happening today. If I tell you that Burna Boy alone has more streams than everybody in the traditional space that ever existed in Nigerian music. So Burna Boy with 1 billion streams, Davido with 1 billion streams, Wizkid with 1 billion streams, Yemi Alade with 1 billion. It's not something that anybody could have predicted.
Definitely.
Except those of us that drove it.
That's really interesting. And looking at the movement from, like you mentioned, the old guys and the new guys, but we're seeing that young people are looking up to them. The Burna Boy, everybody wants to be Burna Boy, everybody wants to be Wizkid. But along the music value chain or entertainment value chain, are there other areas that young people can look at, especially creative young people? Because Nigeria is home to many creatives. So everybody wants to blow, but not everybody's going to blow.
Definitely.
So what are the other things they can look at? For me, I say, maybe I'm a creative, I like social media. And I'm looking at music. I want to act, I want to be, but what are those other areas that, they can look into that can also generate income? Or do you think that there are loopholes that people aren't aware of?
It's not about loopholes, it's about educating yourself, right? If you want to be in the entertainment industry, anywhere in the world, anybody who wants to be in the entertainment industry, they kill themselves to get into it. It's not easy to get into. If you go to Los Angeles, every girl you meet in the restaurant who's a waiter is trying to be an actress.
Wow.
She's not actually in Los Angeles to be a waiter. Same thing in New York. If you're in Miami or in Atlanta, those people want to be musicians. So the first things first is you got to work hard. You got to hustle hard. There's no freebies, there's no giveaways. The talent is never enough. Talent is great, but trust me, there's so much talent in Nigeria that how is the cream going to rise to the top? So yeah, the thing I like about your question is so that people understand, when you see a music video and you're watching the artist and you think, oh, you know, what you don't realize is to make a music video might take 6 weeks to 2 months to produce content that's only a 4-minute clip. When you shoot a music video, there might be 50 people on the set who are working on that single video, right? They're not performers. They're not entertainers. They're technicians, cameramen, DOP, director, producer, set manager, makeup, extras. These are the things. The entertainment industry, like every other industry, is about logistics and services. Right. It is an extension of the marketing communication industries, and it's never anything about being unstructured. That's just some nonsense that Nigerians keep saying because they don't understand the business of entertainment. Right? The business of entertainment is the business of life. Well, after you spend all your money, after you work all day, what do you do? What do you do with your money?
True.
What do you do with your money? You spend your money on lifestyle,
Yeah.
holidays, food, drink, music, fashion.
Events.
Yeah.
That is what we do,
Right.
right? So the business of entertainment is delivering all those things that human beings need to express and enjoy their lives.
Right.
Now, in terms of the work, there are about 100, look, entertainment industry, music industry, you need lawyers, you need accountants, you need business managers, artist managers, promoters, show producers. So when you talk about what kind of jobs, almost everybody you see in the entertainment industry is a frustrated artist who ended up doing something else, right? Because not everybody's going to be the #1 rapper.
Definitely.
Not everybody's going to be the #1 singer. Many of us can't sing, right? So, but hey, you might have a passion for managing talent. You might have a passion for discovering talent, which if you were in the music industry, that'd be A&R. You're able to develop the artist, work with him in artist and repertoire, which is basically developing the personality, the brand, the sound, the look and the feel.
So you mentioned earlier when people are looking at a music video, they just focus on enjoying the video without thinking about what went into producing this. And that's the same thing with entertainment. People focus on what is at the forefront and they do not think much about what happened in the background to produce that beautiful thing. So we want you to give us a bit of insight into what happens behind the scenes, behind the curtains, what people are not paying attention to. Please give us a bit of insight.
The insight is basically about, that's the work, right? So when you see Davido on tour or Wizkid on tour or Afro Nation Festival or any of these things, it's months of planning, months of rehearsal and investment to create the situation that you are going to enjoy and be surprised and astounded when you experience it. So to create any experience, any events, any concert or video or film or short piece, it's always about work. So it's the process, right? So some people have to learn the production process. Producing for social media is different from producing for television.
True.
Producing for film, a TV film, a made-for-TV film is different from a made-for-cinema film. Do you understand? If you watch Netflix has all Netflix original dramas come with that tempo, right? Because it's a streamer. It's binge watching. They're going to get you to watch 7 episodes in 2 days, right? In the old days of linear television, the episode comes once a week. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. You just
have to wait.
You have to wait, right? Now, today, social media age, instant consumption, you see something is hot, you start on season 1, episode 1, you want to finish episode 12 today. And you're going to keep doing it as much as you can. So all of these things are to do with how the industry has evolved over the years and also where the real opportunities lie. So it's about, think about it like this, right? In the entertainment industry, the first, perhaps most important thing is the writer, right? The writer is the most important thing in everything because writers create the words that create the images that you watch, okay? Is the book that gets translated to a screenplay, is the comic that becomes a TV show or a superhero, That's what it is. It's a poem or a song that is translated to a music video. So the director might be the most important artist in the new world, because the director is doing the translation of whatever you wrote on paper to make it visual, right? So those are skills. I, as a producer or an executive producer or label executive, I have to be able to determine who's the artist, who's the audience he's speaking to, who's the director that can give me the communication visually to connect to that audience at a budget that we can afford and that we can trust to deliver on time. These are all the things that will enable a director to earn his reputation and to become a big director. So I go back to someone like Clarence Peters. I think I did Clarence's first 5 videos. Clarence by now has probably done 2,000 videos.
Yeah, right.
So Clarence's process is professional. Shoot on day 1, we're out on day 3. We know what the plan is. We don't have to see the storyboard, we've seen the whole process. So there are people who do guerrilla shoots and they don't really have a plan. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah, definitely. So I have a question, and it was your discussion that just brought this question to me, and it's the impact of technology and social media on the entertainment business. So I remember, yesterday when, day Thursday when the social media went down, somebody came up and said, 2 days ago, somebody came up and said that you should respect people that became successful when there was no social media in the entertainment sector. I mean, and it was just like a back and forth. So do you think that people who have made their money off social media, doing entertainment off social media, probably have it easier compared to people who didn't have social media at their beck and call?
Like Dibia, I would really give it to him because he has been able to transition over the years.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, technology has solved distribution.
Okay.
So when we started this game, distribution and piracy is killing you. And the function was you couldn't sell to get your money back.
Right.
Now we have distribution solved. We don't have monetization solved.
I was just about to ask that. So if we have distribution, I kind of see a lot of artists release a song today and it's out today everywhere. And I'm like, how are these people making money?
Yeah, being out today everywhere doesn't mean they can't make money.
Okay.
Being on the platforms is what enables you to make money. But the issue is this: there are 85 million songs on the platform. So why do you think you're going to be getting
listen to your
coming
song?
to your particular song, right?
Yeah.
500 Nigerian artists release music every week.
Right.
Whose name are they, right? So having a nice song is not enough.
True.
Who is the artist? Has he been developed? Why should I care about the artist? Those are the things that make stars. It's not just one hit song. One hit song is nice. That's a one hit song wonder. To build an artist, you have to build a relationship between the artist and his audience. And for that to happen, they have to care about the artist. For that to happen, that's the work of management and his label.
Right.
It is very rare that some artist just by himself will suddenly just become so interesting that people care. It rarely happens, right?
I think this is the part that people really don't know. They don't know. They just think, oh, this person is out there and is popular.
Nobody blows by mistake. Nothing happens by accident. And even an overnight hit is not overnight. It's only overnight to you.
Oh.
So when you guys saw Wizkid, I saw Wizkid at 14.
Wow.
It's a different thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a different thing. So we see them on day 1. You see them on day 20. By the time it's day 20, the conversation has changed, right? So people don't really understand that journey. It's very, very rare. The only guy I can really think about that really is a guy that came out of nowhere and literally just exploded is Rayma.
Okay.
True.
Some of these guys, literally, nowhere. And then bang, right? Yes, fine. Yeah, a big label was behind him, the machine was behind him, but let me tell you, if he didn't have the content, nobody's paying attention.
True.
Because you've seen other artists on that same machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are they today?
Where are they today?
It's not because they're bad artists. That's the thing. People don't understand with music. They're not bad artists. They just didn't connect at that time. But some of the greatest artists in the world have released incredible albums, sold nothing.
Right.
But in Nigeria, people say, he failed. He's like, no. It's not about that. You can't really fail when you do music. You can fail commercially, right? That's on the money side. But you can't fail in terms of if you do real music with real essence, you can't fail. You've done good music.
Right.
The rest of it is, if there's a label and a management to structure the way you're going to sell the music, because in reality, people don't really sell music.
They sell
We sell lifestyle. No, we sell
It's
lifestyle.
lifestyle.
We sell
Concept,
lifestyle.
idea.
Well, that's about concepts and emotion. Music is an emotional connection.
What people can connect
So the
with.
voice, when you hear a particular voice, it affects you a particular way,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially you ladies, right? So some songs, a lot of music is specifically targeting women, both from female and male artists, because women drive music consumption. Because guys are trying to chase girls and they use music, right?
Right.
So you know that, oh,
Okay,
if
I
the girls
agree.
like
I
this
agree.
song, if the girls like this song, I'm going to play this song. Because I
Right.
want the girl to like me. That's, it sounds basic, but that's
it's
literally
actually-
very, very real.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're human beings, right? And music is emotional connection. So, and it's also kind of spiritual, not even in a religious sense, because when you're reacting to music, no one told you anything. If they put a song on now, you're going to start nodding your head. I'm not going to tell you.
True.
You're just going to be nodding your head. You don't even know why you're nodding your head
Mm-hmm.
because it's the music, right?
Yeah, moving on to the relationship with the artist, the producer, and the record label. We've seen artists call out their record labels on maybe copyright issues or law-related issues. So, what do you think can be done, to stop that? I like to say a menace, or they have this relationship. All of a sudden, everybody's calling out each other, and the artist is saying, "Oh, I'm starting my own record label." So, what are the solutions, basically?
I think the key issue is integrity, right?
Okay.
A lot of artists sign deals with managers and boutique labels when they are nobody, nowhere with no kobo, right? They get a little bit of success. Somebody's chatting in their ear, telling them how they're being cheated.
Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Of course, all their people, their friends, their girlfriend, their whoever, they're cheating you. That person doesn't understand a clue how that artist was built, doesn't know the investment that was made. Now they're cheating you. The artist, meanwhile, the label has never made any money. They're still just developing.
Can you imagine?
Now you get to a situation, next thing the artist is in social media yapping the label. 90% of the time, labels don't even talk. They're not going to talk about it in the public because they're just going to say, okay, I've lost my money. This guy's an idiot or this girl's an idiot, I've lost my money. So what most labels just do is they've got them on a proper contract. They just block them from releasing products. That's happened to a few artists.
Yeah, I've seen it happen. I'm not going to mention names.
I don't, exactly.
The artist actually changed his own name.
Yeah.
So the
On two
document,
occasions, actually.
will not apply to him. Yeah.
Yeah, so these things are integrity issues, right? Yes, of course, there's sometimes a bad contract and maybe the label has not done what it was supposed to do, but a lot of the time it's integrity. It's the inability of the artist to follow through on what they have signed freely. Nobody forces you to sign contracts, right? You sign a contract once you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, you don't sign. If you don't have legal advice, you're silly. And if any artist wants to get legal advice on the music industry, there's a free website called taxi.com, and every single type of agreement and every type of legal thing is on that website.
Right.
Okay,
So that's some insights, some good insights there. So if you guys are looking to dive into the, entertainment industry, just make sure you know what you're signing before you.
Yeah, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be an artist, you want to be an artist manager, you want to be a lawyer, you want to represent people, you want to be a booking agent. There's a lot of different things. Publishing agent, licensing agent, merchandising. The music industry has about 85 streams of income. In Nigeria, we're probably only touching about 3 or 4.
Wow.
So we have a long way to go then.
Definitely. I mean, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a Nigerian tour for any major Nigerian artist?
Definitely not.
Yeah, so what you see in Nigeria is brand activations, right? And then occasional Christmas specials.
Yeah, and we literally have events towards the end of the year only.
Well, the events at the end of the year are pretty much Christmas specials in Lagos. It's a circuit that was built. We've been involved in building that. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, in a country with 40 stadiums and 50 cities and 400 universities, Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, P-Square, none of us, the bands, nobody has toured Nigeria.
True.
What has happened is things like Glow Campus, this one,
Yeah.
But those are 7 artists doing PA of 3 songs. It's not live, and that whole thing. Even though we're involved in creating the formats 15 years ago, it's tired because most Nigerians have actually never been to a concert.
Yeah, please. Why do they always lip sync? Like, why don't they actually perform their songs? Why do they always lip sync?
Well, the thing is this, it's not so much that they're lip syncing. To be honest, no artist should be lip syncing. They shouldn't even be singing. A lot of artists perform over backing tracks, which is not really, I don't really like it. I prefer live, but it depends on the setup, right? if you only paid me 50K, I'm only going to do backing tracks. I'm not bringing the band.
True.
It's a fact of life. This whole thing is
Yeah.
economics.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
So if you pay for the full setup, you get the full setup. If you
Okay.
pay for the guy to come out and do PA, he'll come out and do PA, right?
True.
That's what a PA is. You come with a backing track, give it to the DJ, just do your thing. Now the issue is, which is what a lot of Nigerian artists don't know, is they shouldn't be singing over their own voice.
Yeah.
So the backing track should not have your vocals on it. That's cheating. If you go to America, they'll cut you off stage just straight away for doing that. If you know, but they have to learn that. Now, our boys that are touring, all of them are touring, performing live.
Right.
You can't tour on backing tracks. Nobody's interested, right? Even if DJs, rappers, they're not on backing tracks.
Right.
They're performing live. The DJ is building the tracks on the decks live, and the MC has to be able to have the breath control to deliver it. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a skill, and performance is about fitness and talent. You know, you can't do some things people don't understand. You can't go on tour. People think, oh, these guys are just rocking and enjoying. You cannot go on a tour and do 25 dates in 40 days and not be fit.
Not fit. Yeah.
Because you get up in the morning, you go and sound check.
Rehearsal, yeah.
You go and sound check. Then you go and do the show. You finish the show at 1 a.m., go to the after party 3 a.m., 7 a.m., you're in the airport for the flights to the next place. When you get to the next place, you do the same thing again. Nobody can do it for 3-4 days in a row without breaking down. Right? And if you're going to live recklessly, drink too much, do too many drugs, you're going to break down and you're not going to be able to go on tour. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And if you can't go on tour, you can't make your money, and you're done. Right? So it's about self-preservation, about being professional, about being prepared.
Right.
Right? It's all well and good being cool and having swag, but our people need to be more professional. If your call time is 2 o'clock, don't be frowning, I don't want to perform early. That's your call time, go and perform.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of Nigerians, when we produced Big Brother Nigeria, remember, we created this eviction show that you guys see every year. Never used to happen in any country. Still doesn't really happen. Only really happens in Africa. Those eviction shows, I remember telling the artists who perform on the shows that you have to come the day before for rehearsal. Oh, God, we'll go do it. I said, no, it's not about oh, God. If you don't come for rehearsal, you're not performing. I'm not interested. We have camera positions. When you perform on stage in television, you must know your camera positions, you must know the spots, you must know the times. The director needs to know. It's not by accident, right? Yeah. It's a production. That's why it's produced. If it was just accident random, they'll show up now, then we'll see what happens. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So formats are produced, and everything you see on television, pretty much everything you see on television is produced. Right. Even reality shows, because it's scripted reality.
Oh.
Scripted reality means that there's a direction. It's not just free flowing. Big Brother Nigeria is just not random people in a house. They have tasks. They have to accomplish those tasks. If they fail the task, they have issues and consequences. That's the scripted reality.
Yeah.
Because you know that within the parameters of the show, people will react. Everybody's different. People do different things. And that's the human dynamic that the audience gets engaged in. That's enough about Big Brother.
Right.
They're not paying me money. They're not paying me money.
Okay, so for my final question to you, we have a lot of artists or a lot of labels in other countries signing up, even Nigerian artists like Tiwa Savage signed up at Universal Records not too long ago and the likes. But, we don't have a lot of that happening in Nigeria. So we would like to know what you think Nigeria can do better when it comes to entertainment in order to attract foreign investors to the country.
I'm confused about that because let me tell you something. So let me reposition that whole statement you just made. Yeah, because Universal Records has been in Nigeria for the last 5 years. They're right here in Lagos. That's the same Universal that TY just signed to, right? So they're here. Sony is here, okay?
They have branches.
No, branches. They're global. They're the biggest. These are the biggest labels in the world. They're not like Maven Records or our labels. Yeah. Universal Records is $4 billion per annum business. They own 4,000 labels.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, my question is like for a Maven, we have those record labels having, they're also here, but we're not global like that. So do you think we can get to that point?
My sister, we're global. But
okay.
So let me explain something to you. We're global, but nobody's getting to that, right? Ain't nobody in England getting to that. Do you understand? The biggest labels are the biggest labels. There are 3 labels that dominate 85% of all music, right? That Universal, Warner, Sony.
Tony, yeah.
After that, you're now talking about a different kind of thing. BMG maybe just close. Everybody else is way down.
Right.
Everybody else is pretty much owned by those people. Okay? Yes, there's some big independent groups, Beggars Banquet out of London and other people. But the truth of the matter is, then you got the Chinese market, but the Chinese market and the Indian market don't really affect the West because it's not in English and we're not really paying attention like that. It's a sub-market, like a sub-genre. You see how the Koreans have brought their sound into America?
Koreans are really doing
They
well.
are doing a great job.
Yeah, so the Koreans have played a particular game, channeling Michael Jackson, actually. If you really listen to the music, it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
They channel
BTS.
Michael Jackson, all the dance stuff, and they put it into their thing, put it with their own culture.
Right.
Hey, and their diaspora is what pushed them, right? Our diaspora is also a big part of the Afrobeats explosion.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because in every country, in 200 countries, they're Nigerians.
The Nigerian.
So the thing is this, is that Bob Marley once said it, the best thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. That's what's happening with Afrobeats. It doesn't need any visas to travel. It doesn't need you or me. All it needs is press the button, play. So artists are dropping out of Lagos today and #1 in New York, same day.
Right.
That is what social media has enabled. That's
Okay.
what technology has enabled. That opportunity was never there before. So if I tell you from my perspective, my generation, Angie Stone, who's an artist you guys may not even know, D'Angelo, I don't even know if you know D'Angelo, these are R&B artists that were superstars in the 90s globally, right? Wizkid's first solo show, the O2, I was there. I'm upstairs in the box. And on the way in, I saw Angie Stone.
Wow.
I didn't see her. I saw, no, the O2 has 4 venues, okay? There's smaller venues. There's one where the Nigerians used to play in 2007, 8, 9, 10. When they say they're going to O2, they're going to that venue. It's 2,000 people. It's not the real O2, but you know, it's good to put O2 on your CV, but actually we all know, okay, you're going to the, so we were going into the main show, 18,000 in the main arena. That's what, Wizkid sold 56,000 tickets in like 12 minutes.
Wow.
That's the power of the Afrobeats, right? So we're going into the show, I'm talking about for this October, not at that time. We're going into the show and I see a queue of about 150 people going to some show in the other venue, the small venue. I just look and I said, it's Angie Stone is playing tonight. Let me tell you, that's the journey. R&B was global from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. The world for the Black American R&B music. Here I am in 2018 in London. The R&B superstar is playing in the little venue. And my boy is playing 18,000 sold out. I was just there smiling the whole night.
I can imagine.
No, I'm telling you, because it was a proud moment. A lot of Black Africans, everybody in the Premiership, everybody you ever heard of flew into London for that one show because we never seen our generation dominate. We never seen our own people. Fela never played O2.
Yeah.
Fela was hot. I love Fela Kuti, but Fela was not pop. Do you understand? When I was a teenager, the thing about Fela was that he was being sampled by hip hop. So that made him relevant. Do you understand what I'm saying? Which is great. And I love Fela Kuti, but Fela was playing 40-minute orchestras. He couldn't be on radio. He couldn't get into commercial space. Do you understand? And there's no other Nigerian musician even smelling it.
Right.
All the Mandata, Shoki, they're great, but they were not. A lot of the music coming out of here, it was felt to be corny. In fact, when Afrobeats was first globalizing, do you remember reggaeton? You guys are too young to know reggaeton. Reggaeton was very big about 20 years ago, late 90s. It's very similar to Afrobeats. So, but it was big for about 2 years globally. And everybody, I love this. So Afrobeat started really globalizing from 2013, 14, every year. The big guys, this is like reggaeton, it's a fad. It's a fad. I said, bro, it's 8 years on. It's not a fad. It's a movement. It's a movement. It's a culture. And it comes with hundreds of millions of people. It's no longer about those of us that began it or those of us that even have a stake in it. It's actually about, it represents the aspirations of a new generation. And there's over 1 billion of you, and Afrobeats is the anthem. And thank God for that. Because, but Nigerians shouldn't take it for granted.
Yeah, we should.
Because Amapiano is hot.
Yeah, we should do.
The Lusophone boys are hot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
The DRC boys are hot.
Yes.
Fally
Togo,
Ipupa,
Senegal.
Fally Ipupa, Flavor. You know, Flavor's not Afro beats, but you know his power, right?
Yes.
So there are many genres. Yeah. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, that's definitely giving us, put everything into perspective. Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
No.
Okay, so what are your last words or a message or something that we've not asked you that you'd like to add, especially for the young people, millennials that are watching?
Yeah, I think, look, it's, the thing that's this is that, Nigeria is going through difficult times, right? And a lot of people are quite down and depressed, especially thinking about opportunities. I think the thing for you to understand or to think about, and I hope that could help people, is this. Our biggest wealth is our people, okay? It's not our oil and gas. It's not the minerals. It's the human beings. And the thing that the human beings have that can carry them through forward, all drama and all issues, is the IP. It's our brain power.
Yeah.
Now, what we have to find as a people is how to empower our brains and unlock our own opportunities.
Right.
Okay? Because as much as I said everything about Wizkid and all these guys globalizing, remember I said they haven't toured in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Nigeria is still the biggest market for all of them. No matter how big they get in America or anywhere else, this is still their biggest market. And it's still the least monetized market.
True.
So what does that tell you?
Opportunities are there.
Thank you. So, Nigeria is a land of opportunity. The question is, do you see the opportunity as an obstacle, or do you confront the opportunity and try to take it? It's a mindset. So the mindset is, we come from the hip hop generation, refuse to lose. Just go for yours, back yourself, believe in your talent, but there's no overnight success.
Definitely.
I see a lot of guys, I won't blow. You got to put in the work. Even the guy you think is 17 that just did it, he didn't just come. He put in work, right? Michael Jackson, by 15, was a veteran of 10 years of work. Do you understand? He wasn't playing games.
Yeah.
I remember P Square when they first came into Lagos, right? When they first came to Lagos, 7 brothers living in a 2-bedroom flat in Omole, in a BQ, rehearsing 8 hours every day. Yeah, never going to clubs, never drinking. Full-time work, 8 years before anybody even started socializing.
Wow.
All the lifestyle you're seeing now, that's not how it was. Because you got to work. And before 2010, African heads of state were paying $100,000 to book P Square.
Yeah, I remember they toured Africa then.
Yeah, what I'm telling you is this: they were paying money that artists are not getting today yet. Your biggest artists.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So respect the architects. Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No
sir.
worries.
It's been an insightful conversation. I personally learned a lot, and we're glad that we were able to have you on here.
I'm happy to had the chat. I survived it.
Yes, definitely. For more information regarding the stock market, market intelligence, financial intelligence, log on to www.pershiang.com. Till next time. Bye.